Africa, a continent teeming with life, possesses a vibrant tapestry of cultures, a history etched in time, and a wealth of natural resources. From the bustling markets of Marrakesh to the sweeping savannas of the Serengeti, Africa pulsates with a raw energy that captivates the soul. Yet beneath this veneer of abundance lies a stark reality for many. While some nations on this diverse continent surge forward with remarkable economic growth, others remain ensnared in the clutches of poverty. Today, we journey into the heart of Africa to shed light on the 10 nations grappling with the most severe economic hardship in 2025. Our exploration will take us to landscapes as varied as the challenges they face, from the arid deserts of the Sahel to the lush rainforests of the Congo Basin. Our journey begins on the world's fourth largest island, Madagascar, a land of remarkable biodiversity and breathtaking landscapes. Separated from the African mainland for millennia, Madagascar has evolved a unique ecosystem, home to an astonishing array of plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. Yet, despite its natural riches, Madagascar remains trapped in a cycle of poverty. The majority of Madagascar's population relies on subsistence agriculture, cultivating crops like rice, vanilla, and cloves. However, the island's delicate ecosystems are under increasing pressure from deforestation, driven by the demand for timber and land for farming. This environmental degradation, coupled with the impacts of climate change, has led to more frequent and severe droughts, further exacerbating poverty in rural communities. Despite these challenges, the people of Madagascar exhibit a remarkable resilience, drawing strength from their unique cultural heritage and close-knit communities. Our journey now takes us to the heart of the African continent, to the landlocked nation of Chad. Here, beneath a vast sky, stretches the Sahara Desert, a harsh and unforgiving landscape. Chad's isolation, political turmoil, and desertification have left their mark on its people. The economy relies on oil exports, discovered in the early 2000s. While oil offered hope, Chad remains dependent on foreign aid. Rural infrastructure is underdeveloped, limiting access to basic services. Conflict in the Sahel region has displaced communities and strained resources. Despite these challenges, the people of Chad are resilient, drawing strength from their rich cultural traditions. We now venture into the heart of Africa, to the Democratic Republic of Congo, a nation endowed with extraordinary natural wealth, yet shackled by a history of conflict and exploitation. The Congo River, the lifeblood of the country, snakes its way through dense rainforests, a testament to the region's abundant rainfall and fertile soils. Beneath the lush vegetation lies a treasure trove of mineral resources including diamonds, copper, cobalt, and gold. Despite this natural bounty, the DRC remains mired in poverty, a cruel irony that underscores the impact of decades of corruption, mismanagement, and conflict. The DRC has been plagued by wars and internal strife, fueled by ethnic tensions and competition for control of its vast mineral wealth. These conflicts have resulted in widespread displacement and human rights abuses, leaving the DRC with some of the lowest human development indicators in the world. The illicit exploitation of resources has enriched warlords and corrupt officials while leaving ordinary Congolese citizens mired in poverty. Despite the immense challenges, there are glimmers of hope emerging from the DRC. Chapter 4. Liberia, Scars of War, Seeds of Hope. Our journey now takes us to the west coast of Africa, to the nation of Liberia, a country founded by freed American slaves in the 19th century. Liberia's history is a poignant reminder of the enduring legacy of the transatlantic slave trade and the struggle for freedom and self-determination. However, despite its symbolic beginnings, Liberia has been marked by periods of political instability and conflict, most notably the devastating civil wars that ravaged the country for over a decade. The scars of war are still evident in Liberia today, with infrastructure and institutions struggling to recover from years of neglect and destruction. Despite these challenges, the spirit of resilience and hope burns brightly in Liberia. The Liberian people, known for their warmth and hospitality, are determined to rebuild their nation and create a brighter future for generations to come. Chapter 5. Niger battling poverty in the Sahel. Our journey now takes us deep into the heart of the Sahel, a vast semi-arid region stretching across Africa just south of the Sahara Desert. Here, in the landlocked nation of Niger, We witness the daily struggle for survival against a backdrop of extreme poverty, recurrent droughts, and the encroaching desert. Niger is one of the world's hottest and driest countries, with a harsh climate that poses significant challenges to agriculture and livelihoods. The majority of Niger's population relies on subsistence farming, but unpredictable rainfall, coupled with land degradation and desertification, often leads to crop failures and food insecurity. Despite these daunting challenges, the people of Niger display remarkable resilience and resourcefulness, adapting to their harsh environment and drawing strength from their rich cultural traditions. Chapter 6. Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, faces a cold reality. Our journey now takes us to southeastern Africa, to the landlocked nation of Malawi, often dubbed the warm heart of Africa for its friendly people and stunning landscapes. However, beneath its warm exterior, Malawi faces a stark reality, grappling with widespread poverty, food insecurity, and a heavy reliance on rain-fed agriculture in a region increasingly vulnerable to climate change. Malawi is one of the world's most densely populated countries, with a largely rural population dependent on subsistence farming. The country's economy relies heavily on tobacco exports, making it vulnerable to fluctuations in global commodity prices. Despite these challenges, the people of Malawi demonstrate remarkable resilience, drawing strength from their strong community bonds and vibrant cultural traditions. Our journey now takes us to the heart of Africa, to the Central African Republic, a nation grappling with the devastating legacy of protracted conflict and instability. Despite its abundant natural resources, including diamonds, gold, and timber, the CAR remains mired in poverty, with its people facing a daily struggle for survival. The CAR has been trapped in a cycle of violence and instability for decades, with armed groups vying for control of the country's resources and territory. This ongoing conflict has resulted in widespread displacement, human rights abuses, and a breakdown of law and order, leaving the CAR's already fragile economy in tatters. The lack of security and stability has deterred foreign investment and hampered economic development, leaving the CAR heavily reliant on foreign aid. Despite the immense challenges, there are glimmers of hope emerging from the CAR. Our journey now takes us to South Sudan, the world's youngest nation, born out of a long and bitter struggle for independence. However, South Sudan's hard-won freedom has been marred by internal conflict, political instability, and a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. Despite being rich in oil resources, South Sudan's economy is in a state of collapse, crippled by corruption, mismanagement, and the ongoing conflict. The country's infrastructure is in ruins, with limited access to basic services such as healthcare, education, and clean water. The ongoing conflict has resulted in widespread displacement, with millions of South Sudanese forced to flee their homes in search of safety and humanitarian assistance. Despite the immense challenges, there are glimmers of hope emerging from South Sudan. Our journey now takes us to Burundi, a small, densely populated nation in East Africa grappling with a complex web of challenges, including poverty, political instability, and a history of ethnic conflict. Despite its stunning natural beauty, Burundi remains one of the world's poorest and least developed countries. Burundi's economy is heavily reliant on subsistence agriculture, making it vulnerable to droughts, floods, and other shocks. The country's limited infrastructure, high population growth, and lack of economic diversification pose significant challenges to its development. Political instability and human rights concerns have also plagued Burundi, deterring foreign investment and hindering economic progress. Despite these challenges, the people of Burundi demonstrate remarkable resilience, drawing strength from their rich cultural traditions and strong community bonds. Our journey concludes in Somalia, a nation synonymous with piracy, famine, and state failure for much of the past 3 decades. However, beneath the weight of its tumultuous history, Somalia is a nation striving to emerge from the shadows, its people demonstrating remarkable resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Somalia has been ravaged by civil war, clan-based violence, and the rise of extremist groups such as Al-Shabaab, which has controlled large swaths of territory. The prolonged conflict has resulted in widespread displacement, human rights abuses, and a breakdown of law and order, leaving Somalia's economy in tatters. Despite these daunting challenges, Somalia has made significant strides in recent years. The international community is increasingly engaged in supporting Somalia's reconstruction and development, providing humanitarian assistance, security sector reform, and support for good governance. As our journey through these 10 nations draws to a close, we are left with a profound sense of the challenges confronting Africa's poorest countries. The complexities of poverty, conflict, climate change, and governance issues are deeply intertwined, demanding comprehensive and collaborative solutions. Yet amidst these challenges, we have also witnessed the indomitable spirit of the human spirit. From the bustling markets of Antananarivo to the resilient communities of Mogadishu, we have seen firsthand the determination, resourcefulness, and unwavering hope that define the people of Africa. These countries, while facing immense challenges, are not defined solely by poverty. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos.